This is Hoover Field. Hoover Field is located at 2250 North Hoover Road. As we walk into the facility, you can see it's quite an amazing sight. The facility itself is 48,000 square feet. It's a facility that has team memberships. And as you can see, as we scan around the inside of Hoover Field, it's quite large. One of the biggest indoor facilities in the Midwestern part of the United States. We've recently had teams from the NBC World Series in here hitting the last few days. Teams from California, teams from Seattle, Washington, teams from here in Kansas. Each team has been amazed at how big this facility is, and they've never seen a facility like this. As we scan around the facility, our goal at Hoover Field is to develop players and to develop teams. As you can see, all the amenities are here, and all of the tools for success are located here. We have 10 batting cages that spread across the width of the facility. And then we have an infield, outfield that can be used for game type situations. The outfield is big enough that it can also be used to work with your infielders and outfielders on cutoffs and relays. It also is set up with 4 different baseline distances, so it's convenient for all age groups. As I said before, we cater to both baseball and softball, and the baseball teams and the softball teams that we have in here at the present time that are members have been very successful. As we walk on toward the infield, we will show you some of the amenities that we have that nobody else has in order for you to get better. First of all, the field is all turf. It's an all turf field. There aren't any bad hops. It's good to play on, it's good to dive on, it's good to do everything that you need to do. And then as we go on forward, you can see that we have a fungo machine. It's called the Fungo Man. And what the Fungo Man's purpose is to shoot ground balls to infielders, can shoot fly balls to outfielders. It's got an iPad that goes with the machine. It has its own Wi-Fi, and you can program a practice on the iPad and have the iPad with you as you roam around the field and help your players with the things they need help with. The important thing here is that we have a lot of repetition, and the best way to get better is through repetition. This Fungo Man will hit ground balls wherever you want it to. It'll throw the ground balls at whatever speed you want them to, the distance, backhand, forehand, ball right at you, double play balls. We'll also throw balls to second base, imitating a catcher throwing to second base, and second baseman and shortstop can work on short hops. It'll do drills for pitchers fielding practice. It also has a pregame infield program in the iPad. The Fungo Man has over 50 programs in the iPad that helps coaches perform different activities, different drills to help their players get better. We also have a softball Fungo Man, in that we can do the same things with softball teams, only with a softball. So we can help both softball and baseball with these machines. These machines are used by professional baseball in spring training. It allows the coach, as I said earlier, to step out and help instead of having to hit a ground ball. It will hit a ground ball consistently, and it'll put it consistently where you want it to go. The other thing we have here at Hoover Field is we have a lot of batting cages. We have 10 batting cages. We use 8 of those batting cages. All those batting cages go up to the ceiling so that if we wanted to, we could play games in here with younger kids with a full outfield. We have 2 of our cages in the middle that we have at the ceiling because we use that part of the field as a pitching lane. We have 5 portable pitching mounds that we use, and it allows pitchers to throw bullpens, work on mechanics. Can also help catchers when doing their drill work. As you can see, the cages are all 70-foot long cages, and they're 15 feet high. We have several cages that we call half cages, where we put a 10 by 10 screen in the middle. We have 2 L screens on either side of that 10 by 10 screen, and we're able to do short toss drills on both sides, allowing us to get more swings. We also have an abundance of hitting tees. The hitting tee is a very, very important tool for success. It's one that everybody uses. It's one that big leaguers use. It's something that really lends to helping a player with their swing. So we provide, we have over 15 batting tees that can be placed in any cage to work on hitting in the swing. As we move forward, you can see the pitching lane in the middle. We have 1 bullpen mound in there right now, and you can also see the batting cages on each side of it. In our membership program, we have 3 different levels of memberships: a 5-month, an 8-month, and a 12-month membership. Obviously, we think the 12-month membership is the most valuable membership of all 3, simply because it's a year-round membership. A player pays $75 a month with their teammates, and it allows them to have 2 practices a week, every week of the year. The 2 practices consist of 45 minutes in the cages and 45 minutes on the field. There's a lot that you can get done in here in a short period of time. A lot of repetition can happen in an hour and a half. If you go with a 5-month program, it's $125 a month for each player. You can choose what months consecutively that you want to be in here. Teams that have a 5-month membership are teams that come in over the winter and use the winter months to practice to get ready for the springtime. The only time they can come in and hit in cages regularly, other than on their practice times, is during that 5-month period. In the 12-month period, a player can schedule a cage anytime, come in and hit for an hour, and it doesn't cost them anything. If you're on the 5-month plan or the 8-month plan, it costs $15 an hour for a player to come in here and hit. So there are advantages to going to the 12-month plan, and really you can't put a value on the tools for success that are at Hoover Field.